Yo, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's another edition of Tell It How It Is, No Filter. You know who it is. And today I got some special guests with me. I know you used to seeing me Dolly and all of that. Got my man Chris in the building. I got merch. So we was having a discussion about sleeping patterns on your days on versus your days off. My people who got they punching the clock. Because I can't even call it 9 to 5. Because everybody don't do the 8 to 4, the 9 to 5, or whatever regular hours. This is a world where we work in any type of hours. Some businesses are 24/7. So you know what I mean? We was talking about when we work, the hours of sleep we get versus when we're off. So we want to mirror that, right? What you were saying, Merch?
I would say that, that definitely happens for me because I work a job that demands my time, which is basically because I work a tours like 2 to 10 to 10 to 6. If I'm doing a double, that's a 10 to 6. And I go back home and I'm trying to come back at the same time for 2 o'clock. That's only at least about 5 to 6 hours of sleep only. And you're not even including traffic. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That takes a lot of time out of your sleep. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Sometimes they have jobs where they give you like an extended time period to have like 10 hours between tours type of situation, or whatever case may be. You be able to use it. But me, sometimes I like to be like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna come back, save that time for something else. Come back straight time again for 2 o'clock, and that's only 4 or 5 hours of sleep right there.
Right.
Now, and it's crucial because especially when you're getting that first day off is the killer day off because you just want to sleep that whole, get all your energy up so you be able to do what you want to do. But at the same time too, when you're doing that, you're throwing off your sleep pattern because you're sleeping too long. You know what I'm saying? It's like and then when you go back to work, you're tired and you don't know why you're tired.
Right.
Because you slept too long from the day prior. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of it changed up your whole sleep pattern because during the week you was doing a savage, only sleeping 5-6 hours a day. Mm-hmm. Now all of a sudden you slept 10, 11, 12, 13 on some not ready. Your body's like, what are you doing? Like,
overkill.
Like the overkill, you know?
So are we saying, can we agree that like, okay, we're not necessarily mad at that first day.
Right.
You're trying to maximize. But that second day, when you know that third day is work again. So now you done pass your days off, you're going back into your week. I feel like that's the day that you should really make sure you kind of get back into what the rhythm during the week. Or do you feel never overkill? If your average is 7, you're saying keep it 7 all the time? Or you could go past the 7 to kind of get your body more rest?
I think that if your body telling you to go past the 7, then you gotta go past the 7, right? Because that's what your body is telling you to do. Your mind could tell you some other shit, and your body gonna tell you, yo, I need this right now. Because if you don't get a certain amount of sleep, you're gonna be aggy, you're gonna want to kick ass, and you're gonna get yourself in trouble. You're gonna be an emotional downfall. So you gotta do the best that you can. And me and Merch work the same type of job, so I understand where you're coming from. Like, if you don't get enough sleep, you ready to tear somebody's ass in two. The minute that he do anything stupid or whatever the case may be, and you know what I mean. So you need your sleep. Sleep is very important. Unfortunately, it's like you gotta hustle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta hustle, especially living in New York City, New York State, New Jersey, Connecticut, whatever it is. You gotta hustle. So it's the way that the system is set up. You can't really sleep like that. So you gotta start to get used to it. Okay, I gotta get 5 here. I gotta get 4 here. Well, you know what? My partner over there. Let me see if I can get 2 or 3 out of him real quick. Let me just doze off.
So it's a hustle. It's a finagle. You're doing a
how
lot of adjustment.
Because if you don't, you're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So you gotta be aware. Unfortunately, the world don't work like that, where everybody can go home and sleep 16 hours a day. Some of us, we work 16 hours a day. Sometimes we do 24 hours a day. Yeah. Depending on the situation. You might get clapped for 24 hours, and then you might get your next tour off, or you might not.
Right.
You might have to come back.
Right. We're not trying to get the state and the city in trouble. Because I know that sounds really illegal to sit here and tell me that a person could work 24 straight.
Yeah, it happens.
But it happens. I know there's certain jobs that's a violation, but it does happen.
When Covito first came to town,
nurses, doctors, it was
They
all
called it Covito.
when Covito first came to town, son,
nasty.
yo, niggas is in there like this. Boy, I want to go home. I'm
Pandemia.
not doing shit today.
He said Covito and Pandemia.
Yeah.
They came in here doing a cha-cha.
Exactly like this.
So what we saying basically is get it where you could get it.
Do the best that you can to
Do
get
the
as much
best you
sleep as
can.
possible.
Right.
You know,
Especially
unfortunately,
take
you gotta
those
be
naps.
realistic. Like, yo, like Merch said, you need that sleep, kid. But you gotta get it the way you can find it. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, and then on top of that, you getting older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That body
Age.
starts shutting down. You need that sleep.
That age is a big factor.
Yeah, so you gotta
And
just
the
be
naps,
aware.
definitely utilize those
Oh.
naps whenever you can get them.
Them power naps is
Power
efficient.
naps,
You sure
like
you
man, like I
did
did. You see, I did yesterday, right? I came and said, "Yo, just let me get an hour in, and I got you." What? Got my hour in. I was like, "All right,
I'm ready to go.
shake and bake, baby. Be outside."
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You need those, man.
So moral of the story is that because I try to give y'all insightful stuff.
What's your view on it though? Like, how do you feel about it?
I feel like
Because you also work the same type of jobs that we work with.
I do the
These crazy
16. I never done
16s and-
24. I've done 16 like
Yeah.
3 days straight once.
Mhm.
So you know what you think that is? I got maybe 5 hours in 3 days.
Right.
So on a day off, it's not even a day off. So like I'm not overnight. So let's say even if I do a 16, I'm still gonna get off of work. Let's say 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
So when I go home, it's 11:30, whatever time. When I go to sleep for that night, my body is thinking work is the next day, but it's not. So I'm gonna go past.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go past the speed limit. I'm gonna go until I just wake up on my own.
Right,
With
right.
no alarm clock.
Right.
So now when you get up naturally, it's like I guess that's your body saying you haven't
Good.
enough.
You know,
Right.
So it's weird because I'll still kind of half wake. You know when you have that subconscious wake where
Right.
you're not all the way awake? That's what'll happen to me as if I do have to go to work.
Right.
But then I won't respond to it because I know mentally that's a day off.
See, me personally, I can't do the night shift.
Overnight?
Yeah, I can't do that.
No,
I
no,
can't
no.
do
I
it.
can't.
No,
It's
I
too
hate it.
much. It's too much of a liability for me. Know what I mean? Like for me,
Even if it's a regular 8?
the environment that I work in, nah, I can't do it because
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, like, yo, son, I'm going to sleep, kid.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
It's no ifs, ands, arounds, or buts about
That's a
that.
fact.
I'm gonna tell you off the rip, like, yo, listen, man. All due respect, you got me until maybe 2:30. Now after that, my ass is over. It's over because my body is. I like sleeping at night. I don't like sleeping in the daytime. I don't know. It's like once that
You know
sun
what,
come up,
naturally,
I'm like a
we're
chicken
supposed
and I
to be
gotta leave.
sleeping
Yeah, let's go.
But that's how we supposed to sleep overnight.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that.
Biologically, we're supposed to sleep
Yeah.
when it's night. Like I think the whole definition of night,
Right.
the whole aura they set up, beds, pillows,
pillows.
and meditation music,
Right, right.
and everything is set up because that's the time your ass supposed to be asleep.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's not everybody's fate.
Right.
So again, it's a whole combination to say that you get when you could get it.
Right.
Big agreements on that. Naps important.
Right.
Big agreements on that.
Definitely.
Health-wise,
And
yeah.
health wise, you just take it where you could get it, and you do have to decline. If you have some say in those
Yeah.
overtime hours where you banging 16, 16, 16, and it's not forced mandatory overtime, sometimes you got to take the cup, take it on the chin, because it's like I know you might need money, you might have a goal, you try to clear out debt. But like he said, your body talks to you.
Right,
So if there's a day where you don't gotta do that double, fall back.
Fall back. That's a fact.
Fall
Take-
back
take-
sometimes.
take advantage of
And
all
that's
of
me
them.
taking my own advice because I be
Yeah.
mad when I don't get it.
You can always get another house. You can get another car. You can get another credit card. You can't get another leg, foot, arm, rib, liver, kidney, spleen.
Yeah.
You might not be able to get that shit, bro. And if you do, it might not work the same as the one that God gave you.
Yeah.
So
That's
try to do the
refurbished.
best that you can to keep your body in the best physical condition it could be in.
All them shit you said to be
Watch what you
refurbished.
eat too.
Yeah.
Watch what you eat.
We gonna get to that. Don't do that.
Oh,
Health tips are in here.
my fault.
Let's go next. Is I'm gonna switch it up again. Women with tats. Now, is it excessive? Do we not like it at all? 1 or 2 is fine. All over the fucking body is crazy. How do we feel? Are we judging it based on how they look? How much we want to slam?
Me personally,
Go ahead though.
I love them. You could have an abundance, but please just let it make sense. That's it. Know what I mean? Even if you got a tramp stamp, cool. I'm alright with that. Just let everything else be like be lit. You know what I mean? Like I'm cool. I know what I'm dealing with when I say tramp stamp. Like, alright, target practice all day. You know what I mean? But other than that, it's like I love them, kid. I love them. I love them. I love them. I'm tatted up.
You have
so
no flow with it.
no, I have no disagreements with it. Just
Makes
if
sense.
you can, not too much in the face. But if you got him on the face,
I
it's
wanted
cool,
you to say
but not too much in the face.
Not too much in the face.
You know what I'm saying? And make it make sense in the face. I don't want to see a motherfucking ice cream bar on your face and nothing like that. Like, let's make it make sense.
Ice cream bar.
I'm good with that though.
Yeah, for me, you know what I'm saying? I love them. I love them too. Especially with me, because I'm an artist myself.
Nah, that's dope.
Named Ski My Stuffs XO.
Yeah,
Shameless
yeah.
plug. 2 eyes in the skis.
It's gonna be in the timestamp.
Just letting you know. But yeah, so I'm an artist. I love tats. It's artistic for me, especially on a woman's body.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the color, the way it's set up. You know what I'm saying? Just like he said, you gotta make sense though.
Yeah, you got
It can't be some wild willy-nilly somebody butchered you, just experimenting in the backyard type bullshit. Nah, I gotta make sense. It gotta look
I
sexy.
don't want to see no knife through the heart.
Yeah, exactly. It gotta look
I don't
sexy.
want to see no meth head looking shit on the chick that I'm dealing with. Like, it gotta be, okay, you went to this bar? You went to this tattoo artist? Cool, I know him. I've seen his work before. That was you. Okay.
It
That
gotta
was
make
you on
sense.
Instagram. All right, got one.
And you know what I'm saying? And I can't necessarily say when I'm on the face. I'm not really a face tap person. I feel like your face should just be your personal.
Right.
That's your person. I don't think you should put anything on your face. But that's just me. But anything else like the body, arms, back,
Anywhere
legs,
in the body's good.
you know, anywhere in the body is good for me. Like
How you feel about tramp stamps?
well, that don't bother me. That's
Target practice.
just talk practice. Just, you know what I'm saying? Aim to shoot. You know,
Aim to shoot.
bing bing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
So I'll have to go with the mass majority here. It doesn't matter. I would prefer, honestly, the only thing I'm gonna stand out on is I don't want nothing on the face. I don't feel you can justify anything to me, the face one. If you do, you know, I would hear you out, but it gotta be a good one. But anywhere else, I don't mind either.
Yeah, but the only thing is too, my fault to cut you off, brother. But the only thing is too, sometimes they get the tattoos of the eyebrows or whatever case may
I
be.
don't like
They, why,
Yeah.
Stop doing
I don't
that,
like
please, ladies. Stop
That-
doing
that's a
that.
good one.
Stop doing
The
that.
comedian said nobody's that surprised.
Yeah, that's a good one, Merch.
Stop
That's a
doing
good
that.
one.
That's a good one.
Why? Why
That's
are we,
a good
why are we
one.
doing that?
They
That's
was
a
running
good
around looking like El Chapo's like some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Oh man, looking like the tunnel from the freaking cartoon. That shit crazy.
So ladies, outside of that, you're safe. So if you're sitting there with your homegirls or you having a discussion, if you don't have a man or you've been single or whatever, you couldn't get your rocks off in a while, the tattoos are not the reason. Most times. You know what I mean? So you can X that off the why nots. Cool. Next thing is things to do to score on the first date. Now this is for the fellas. Women don't need, y'all don't need our help with that. Y'all y'all coordinating that shit. Y'all the coordinators. So we don't need to tell y'all that. Fellas, how can we help the younger generation coming up on a first date tip when they trying to bang bang boogie?
Alright, lead and be authentic. That's number one. Be authentically you. That's number one, right? So when I say that, I mean do shit that gratifies you. Make the chick think that, not think, but see how your brain is, how your brain operates. You do the same shit that you did 4 or 5 times on another woman or whatever the case may be, but why not step your game up and elevate it and do something different? Like you could take on a nice date where y'all go miniature golfing, or y'all go do something fun, or y'all go do something romantic. Whatever it is that you want to do, just make sure it's authentically you and it's just try to be as dope as you could possibly be. That's my opinion.
Well, I can attest. You could also say for the first date, me personally, because I want to personally go for myself, I like to give flowers on the first date. As a gentleman, doesn't matter who it is. Just period. First dates, you usually get flowers on the first date. Just to
And
see.
suppose you find out the tramp stamp later. Does she deserve the flowers? Go.
I mean, hey man, you know it is what it is. But you know, I feel, you know, I still lay them out there, you know. But for me, you know, when it comes to first dates, because you know, every lady is different, different. They're all into different things. You know, I had certain situations where I took one lady out. She wanted to be into some fun stuff, so I said, you know what, let's go to the go-kart joint. You know, go to go-karts, get something to eat, because you know you ladies love to freaking eat. No matter, lobster tails on deck. You know how y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Seafood boils on deck. You know it. But yeah. And then I had another situation. Where she wanted to be intimate setting. So I said, you know, I took her to a nice little steak spot right in the corner, little hole in the corner type joint. you know what I'm saying, expensive as hell. The bill was like $500-$600, but you know what I'm saying. But it was well worth it, and I still end up scoring at the end of the night anyway. So you know, it's all about the vibe with everybody, how the conversation was set up. You know what I'm saying? If you have a great conversation, communication was good. You wasn't all in your phone looking on Facebook and you're not even saying nothing to each other. I hate that. Please stop doing that. Don't do that on the first date. Please, fellas, don't do that on the first date. Get off your phones. The phone is gonna kill you. Phone is gonna kill you. Its attention span is the key.
Right.
Pay attention to the person that's in front of you.
Right.
Have a conversation. Communicate.
Details.
Talk about your past, your life, whatever. You know what I'm saying? At least speak and talk to the person that's in front of you.
Yeah.
You know?
That's gonna dictate. But picking up on what he said too, that's gonna dictate your intentions. Like, and she gonna pick up on that shit in an instance. If you trying to kill, she gonna be like, oh, this nigga just trying to clap. Let me just run this fucking bill crazy up. I don't eat nothing. Take a whole bunch of shit to my homegirls. And know what I'm saying? Like, pay attention to your intentions. Know what I'm saying? Make sure whatever your intentions is, follow through with it. That's why I said, if you do something, be you, authentically you. You know what I mean? If you want to take shorty out on a motherfucking helicopter ride, do that. If you want to take her on a bike ride around the city, do that. But if your intentions is just, you pay attention to your intentions, son, because she's going to pay attention to what you're doing.
Yep.
And remember, as a man, you always lead. Like Merch said, we were talking a little bit a while ago. I think, what did you say, Merch, when you said,
start with an I, what's it? Man, I forgot the words.
take the initiative.
The initiative, there you
That's
go.
what he said. He said, take the initiative. Which means
plan
this shit, bro.
Plan it out.
Know what I mean?
Plan it out.
Put some thought process into it. And say, yo, what's up, mama? You know, Squid Wars is on motherfucking Netflix. You wanna come and watch that? You can do that maybe the 5th time you beat.
Right. A lady, a very mature woman, told me the first thing she looks for when she goes on a date is integrity.
Right.
So that plays into what we're saying here as well.
Intentions.
Intentions. So we did the clean version, the mature version. Like I said, do we have a raw cut one? Like for me, if I tell them, be yourself. Show what you want. Show your intentions.
So
like, are you trying to be?
If you want to just
play
kill,
around
you want to just be nasty on the first date, just tell shorty off the rip what you want to do.
Yeah. Tell them straight
I
up.
think you hot. I want to eat that thing. Blah, 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 blah,
Tell them straight up.
It's
Tell them
over.
straight up.
She
We all agree on that.
She gonna go, hey, okay, I'll be there, or she gonna say, nah, I'm good.
Because now you save time.
But still, you let your intentions be known. This is what you want to do.
Right. I'm not really looking for a relationship.
Right.
I just came out of something.
You ain't even probably gotta go that far. I'm not saying that's wrong, but I'm saying I'm more like what he said. Because the topic is things to do to score.
Right.
Because these youngsters nowadays, I don't want to blame all of them. Let's go from a window of 20 to 30. They're not taking any time really. They all mostly want to score. So I'm trying to just give them that realness to not beat around the bush and not do all of these things when they know. Because we have a lot of hurt women because they got courted, they got treated as if they were gonna be wifey, just to slay, and then boom, they're gone.
Right. So the thing about it is like I said, your intentions, right? Your intentions and your integrity, they go hand in hand. The other thing that goes along with it too is like, we're in a place where we're in an identity crisis. You know what I mean? Like everybody want to be this or that or even
everybody looks the same.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody
looks the same.
What makes you stand out?
Right.
And that goes back to the fact of what you were saying when we was talking about, because we had talked about this conversation that came up a little while ago with us three, and that goes back to what you were saying about like how do you make the determination of how the level of what you want to do with a woman on that first date. It's your identity. Your integrity. All of this shit goes into one bubble. So if you don't have that shit right, how you gonna do it? And it also goes back to what Merch said as well. What was the outward again?
The initiative.
The initiative. All of this shit goes together and makes one big ass good sweet potato pie. And if you could do that shit right, you could do anything you want to do with any woman that you want to do it with. You gotta hold yourself accountable first and just do the shit that you want to do. Yo, listen, this is what I want to do. I want to go out and drink fucking drinks on PS17. You want to come? Okay, I've never been there before. She might say that. Or she might say, you know what, I've been there a couple times. I really don't want to go there. All right, I know I'm not taking you there. Let me see who else want to go. That's it. You do what you want to do. And if she want to come, she want to come. If she don't, she don't. Fuck it. That's how I feel.
And then lastly on this subject, on this date, now you're on the date. How are we moving? Are we being any touchy-feely? We wait to see her vibe first? Are you showing anything physically to show that you trying to slam?
Yeah.
Touchy.
Just like Merch said, have initiative. You being authentically you. If you want to touch her hand and hold her hand, might squeeze her ass here and there, do it.
And she let
Now,
you do
if
it,
she
then you
let
already
you do
know.
it,
You already know what it is.
But you gotta be, come on, you gotta be smooth with your
smooth
shit.
with it.
Like you gotta catch. She gonna throw you the rhythm like this. Come on, nigga. She gonna do some silly shit like. And if you're aware, if you a nigga that got a brain,
That's why you
I'm
can't
like
be
this,
on the
like,
phone.
Oh,
Can't
okay.
be on the phone.
Game time.
That's why you can't be on the phone.
You gotta
Well
pay attention to the details. It's like having a big ass painting in front of you where you like this. Oh, okay, I see why he did that. Oh, okay, I see why he did that. You know what I mean? You gotta be. This is a thinking man's game, and these chicks they live up here.
Yeah.
And then I have 50 niggas that move dusty. So you go, all right, let me throw this nigga this one real quick and see if he gonna bite. And when you don't bite, that shit might turn her on.
Yeah.
But you gotta be
Okay,
authentic
go
to
for
you.
Yeah. You gotta
Can't
be
be
the
thirsty.
standout different.
Just
What
be
was
you.
different but you?
Yeah.
Or be you all the way?
All the way.
All
Not-
the way you.
All the way.
Not Johnny Be Good. Not what.
Right. Don't
not
put
what,
a performance
not what
on.
Junior Brown told you in the fucking bar because he's 50 and he told you about some shit that he was doing in the 80s. Not that nigga.
Nah.
Right.
Be you, my nigga.
Be you.
Don't be an
Be
actor.
you. Because
Don't
if
be
you're
an
dealing with a
actor.
real, if you're dealing with real, like, real older men, they always told me that shit like, yo, you ain't got to do this, you ain't got to do that. Just be you. It's just like when you never bagged a chick that she was dealing with a guy that had all the money in the world, and he just came in and. You know what I mean?
That's
Quietly smooth. Don't worry about that. Let me take this off your hands for a little bit, Pop.
That's wild.
How you did that?
Authentically you.
Being authentically you.
And it was something different.
Just gave her. She know that she already there. Let me get 2,500. Cool. Here you go. All I gotta do is just do this, and he gonna. You know what I mean? But she looking for an adventure. She looking for do something different. My nigga. Something exciting.
Leave a memory.
You gotta remember that this game with men and women is about enticement. She gonna wear some strapless shit, whatever the case may be, to entice you to see how you react like this. Damn, she got a fat old ass. Now you might not look at her and say that, but the minute she turn around, you might be like, this God, oh my God, I'm gonna kill this shit when I get the opportunity. But you can't show her that.
Can't show her that.
It's chess, not checkers.
Exactly, because she goes, oh, wait. You might show her that, like, good God Almighty, I know you wore that for me. You wore that bursting out. That shit crazy.
Your girl told you to wear that, or you wore that on
talking
your
with a
own?
spaghetti strap.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Fire. So that's what we got for you on that, all right? Now you stay there. Don't go nowhere. Part 2 right now.